A developing story, local animal rescue says false claims online are hurting its organization. Fox 23's Spencer Humphrey learned a homeless man says the nonprofit took his dog and is refusing to give it back.
This post in a Catoosa Facebook group is what started it all. A man who we're choosing not to identify for his safety wrote he was homeless and needed someone to watch his dog, Annie, as he spent time in the hospital. He claimed Catoosa's police chief had stepped up and offered to care for the dog and ultimately found an animal rescue to care for it. He claimed now that he was out of the hospital, the rescue was refusing to give him his dog back. He posted that he was lost without her and she was his reason for getting up every morning. Now that post gained a lot of traction. In the over 400 comments, people identified that rescue as a group called Valentine's Saints. I caught up with the owner of Valentine's Saints, who says since the post, she's gotten a lot of negative messages.
I'm getting phone calls. I had to remove the nonprofit phone number. I had to remove the review button because of the threatening messages that we're getting.
Rachel Brewer says there's a lot more to the situation than the public has been told.
I'm not holding the dog hostage, I promise.
She says when the man got out of the hospital, she actually did return Annie to him and even helped them get a place to stay.
We bought him a hotel evening there in Catoosa. He stayed at the hotel with Annie.
She and Catoosa police tell me several days after that, they found that man in need of medical help again. As medics were getting ready to take him to the hospital, she says he told her he could no longer care for Annie.
He told me several times during that time frame, I'm not in a good physical state and mental state to keep Annie. It's not safe for her.
Catoosa Police Chief Ronnie Benight also posted to Facebook saying that was his understanding as well and that he was praying for the man's full recovery. Rachel then posted Annie for adoption on her Facebook page. She says to help find her a good home, but later posted Annie would not be up for adoption after seeing the man's post that he wanted his dog back. She says she's now holding on to Annie indefinitely until the man is well enough to care for her again.
It's just a situation of he's not healthy mentally and physically, and it's not a safe situation for her. And honestly, with all of our hearts, we would love to be able to reunite them together, but it's just not safe.
Covering news that matters, Spencer Humphrey, Fox 23 News.